Guess what, my children do? We gotta do it. It's time. It's time. Long pussy hair. Long pussy hair. Long pussy hair. Long pussy hair. All right, my children here. So, either you were there or you were square at the release of Surfers Pet Schizophrenics video, Doctor Who themed video. Now, I'm sort of debating whether or not I should just rewatch the whole thing and give my commentary, or if we should just shoot from the hip. Shoot from the hip. Now, I want to say that yesterday when I made my video, my children knew, I had been in a tiff with Surfer. Me and Gahul and Shaggy had been in a tiff with Surfer. But I had decided to put that aside and talk about sort of make it a more about a larger issue sort of video as opposed to specifically autistically fixating on interpersonal drama. More about how Brian Dunn is an elderly woman that has to wag his finger and be the arbiter of morality. That was sort of my vision because, who needs another Surfer stabbed me in the back video? And as I finished the video, as I was looking over the comments, people calling me gay, signs of a job well done, there was, in fact, already scheduled a surfer video about me. And I was, confused and a little bit intrigued to see what this epic takedown of me would be. Because let's be honest, I just, I've been aching for it for a while to be exposed. I'm out here fucking shirtless with my tits out, but I need to be exposed even more. People need to know what kind of sick fuck I am. And in this video, I learned that I am a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist. This is a King of Pole take. King of Pole keeps accusing me of being a journalist as well. I think that he's like stuck in the Gamergate doldrums so much that he has to make a straw man of a journalist. I'm a games journalist, it turns out. And my wife is a whore. These are things that I learned. And that was really it. I feel like it was sort of set up to take on all the Godwinson successors. And it just sort of imploded like that. And I was frankly disappointed as a viewer because I wanted to hear about Rudy. He didn't really say anything about Rudy, and that was Godwinson's successor. I just got a retweet from Godwinson. Rudy got the whole video. I bit the hand that fed me. He retweeted me out of the graciousness of his own heart, and I've been biting his hand, ever since. And there were sort of weird points that I said that I believe that about the wrestling, that it was about autistic people fighting. And then I said that I think of everyone as colleagues, which I think that works with the wrestling analogy. I don't see how that contradicts each other. Apparently, you're supposed to have venomous hatred for people millions of miles away from you, my children. You're supposed to be filled with dirty, dirty hatred. And I just can't do it. This is sports to me, my children. You hit the autistic person, they hit you, and then it's over. And that's sort of how I view it. I do have some strong principles. I do believe in fighting for the Kino, as cringe as that word is, Kino. We should retire Kino. But I do believe in having some sort of certain standard for content. But I don't really have venomous hatred in my heart for people who also make videos. Or in the chat, really. So apparently this is the greatest crime ever done. Now my children knew. I guess we'll talk about Surfer. This isn't going to be a long stream. I'm not prepared for this stream. I just thought I would do this. Because why not? Why the fuck not? I ate a whole big pizza. So I'm slow and I'm bloated. My gut is like fucking way out to here. I ate a whole big pizza. And frankly, I just want that schizophrenic to know that I'm fucking very disappointed in him. That was a lame ass video. I was expecting to be exposed. I was expecting to have to change my name and move. For some reason, people seem to think that I'm like in hiding already. I don't understand that I can't do things because of Mr. Vickers and the Kiwi Farms. They've ruined my life. But here's an anecdote. I have some IRL friends that watch my streams. Shout out to them. And one time we had a bonfire and we were hanging out making marshmallows, and I brought out my I have a little collection of threats sent to me by the Vickers, and I have them out like a coffee table book, and we all look at them and laugh because it's so crazy. Is it true your wife hasn't been seen in 2 weeks? We don't talk about that. I'm sorry. We don't talk about that. But yeah. I'm not exactly running around being ashamed of who I really am. I came out a long time ago during Pride Month. People know. And I like to bring out my my documents. It's a fun little game to play. So I don't really understand why people seem to think I'm in sort of hiding. I guess since I'm a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist that broke Watergate, that maybe the feds are after me and they're going to shoot me in the head. But I don't really think that that's the case. All right. So, well, you know what? Maybe I should read my own Council of Evil leaks. Maybe I'll leak it myself. Which press 1 to expose Surfer and his psychotic reasoning for why he leaked the Council of Evil. Or press 2 to turn off the stream forever. Get out in front of it. I have no idea what's in those. Like, it's just a shit posting group chat that people mostly haven't used for several months. So all the things in it are going to be like from months and months ago. King of Pole advertises years and years of logs. We've had it for 1 year, I think, maybe almost 1 year. And it's just where people shit post and share videos. So, like, I could have said anything in it. I have no idea. Apparently, Shaggy and I colluded to hurt Poor Grossly Offensive by making a stream that was released 8 months ago. It's insane. All right, let's pull it up. Oh, the man asked the last time I've been published. The man as a journalist. Well, I was published a couple days ago during the Council of Evil leaks. I've been published at least twice in this sector. So Gahul is begging to come on. Do you want on this stream, Gahul? Can I finish this and then you can call and give your take? Stop sandbagging the stream. From the top. Oh my God, there's so much. Really, this is like the most incriminating. Like, this is where I sound like the most. This is the most embarrassing things that I've written during this. All right, I guess we'll take it from Surfer to Mormon Shaggy. Does Angle Dangus shit on your floor, Shaggy? And Shaggy says, no, Angle Dangus is literally better trained than you in Warhammer. What you did was stupid. And I said, I don't know what we did to you, Surfer. It's not a huge deal that our shitpost got leaked, but it is a dick thing to do. And Surfer says, life's good, Daiymo. I don't know why you're so upset. And Shaggy says, lol, Brian Dunn. Surfer then replies, I didn't even leak the DMs. Shaggy says, Lamau. Free Guppy, that's me, says, you invited Warhammer. Surfer says, wasn't even my idea to invite Warhammer. I just thought it would be funny when the idea was presented. Turns out I was right. I got a good intuition for these things. Shaggy says, no, you don't. And I say, it's basic courtesy. Shaggy says, that's part of the problem. Surfer says, you're right, Shaggy. You are the arbiter of intuition. Shaggy then says, like you are not some Machiavellian genius. You are a retarded arsonist. You want to see the screen? There's the screen. Screen cap it. I got to be able to read. I'm sorry. I don't have the best setup right now. And I say we could have had personal information in it. This isn't funny at all, says Surfer. Shaggy says, no, it really isn't. Those leaks are garbage. The Daiymo replies, it's more of the principle of the thing. If you can't be trusted in a group chat, then why should we trust you with anything? Gahul says, it's just a shitty thing. Shaggy says, Surfer betrayed his principle to become Brian's Padawan. Gahul, Warhammer isn't funny. He's dangerous and unhinged. Like, he will genuinely swat someone if he has all the info, and there was no way to remove him. Daiymo says the info could have been in there. For some reason, the past Daiymo was very insistent that there was secret, esoteric knowledge hidden within the files that Surfer released. Ghoul says, so all that info is just open and public. It's months and months of chat logs. Shaggy says, armed SWAT people keep showing up to my dad's house with guns. The only reason it's not a problem is because the local sergeant knows who I am. Surfer says, Warhammer might be unhinged, but he doesn't SWAT people. That's real. He says that. Warhammer might be unhinged, but he doesn't SWAT people. Shaggy says, ... Yes, he does. Ghoul says he 100% does. That's a lie. The Daiymo says, lol. Ghoul. He literally threatened to swat me and my family multiple times, Lamo. And has swatted Shaggy multiple times. Surfer says, people he interacts with surely do, but I doubt Warhammer himself is responsible. The Daiymo says, we have a pretty low bar and you keep fucking up. Ghoul said, he personally told me himself on call he swats Shaggy and wants to swat me. Surfer says, you guys want to believe that, so you do. You guys want to believe it. You live in delusional fairy tale land. That was me. That was not Surfer. But he said, you guys want to believe that, so you do. Shaggy says, then giving this asshole leaks is bad. Ghoul, why would I not believe what he says? Ghoul, he told me he does. What more evidence do you fucking want? And then Ghoul says, also true to the giving the asshole leaks is bad. And then Surfer says, post the evidence, Ghoul. The Daiymo says, we don't need evidence. Don't do stupid things. Very simple. Ghoul says, it was in a call that I did not record. How about you present your evidence he hasn't swatted Shaggy, despite him literally saying he has on stream multiple times? Surfer says, I don't take direction from you, Daiymo. Ghoul says also he streamed about jerking off the Daiymo and Shaggy's wife recently. Wasn't aware that Shaggy had a wife. Surfer, have a bit of respect when you talk to your father. Replying to the masturbation, Surfer says, who cares? It was funny. Ghoul said it was not. There's nothing funny about masturbation. That was me. That was me. I added that. Shaggy said, she is just Daimo's wife. That's not how polygamy works. The Daiymo says, you should leave, bro. Surfer says, very different thing than swatting. Ghoul says, it's a list of things that are wrong. Surfer says, zero real life effect. Ghoul, him doing this is in addition to swatting. It's an extensive list of reasons why you're a fucking retard for adding him. The Daiymo says, if you're not even going to try to be amiable. Surfer replying to, if you can't be trusted in a group chat, I honestly couldn't care less. I honestly could care less if you trust me. Ghoul, it immediately resulted in all the DMs leaking. Surfer says, life's good. Ghoul says, in effect, you leak them. Surfer says, you guys are obviously seething upset over nothing. The Daimo says, wow, Shaggy, 100% vindicated. Gahul says, except it's not nothing. Shaggy says, of course. Gahul says, it's an actual problem. That's why I'm upset. Shaggy then replies, I was right about the prophet and all he said, and also about Surfer being a snake. Gahul says, being mad over someone doing something shitty to you is a good thing. Surfer says, obviously not the case at all. It's obviously a huge deal to you. The Daimo says, when you have friends, Surfer, sometimes you have to care about what they want. Maybe that's why you don't have any. I didn't post anything bad. Shaggy says, life is not good. That is not what the Bible teaches. Surfer says, then relax, bro. It's really, really high testosterone, alpha male stuff we're dealing with here. Shaggy says, life is a horrifying and shameful experience where one is tested with doubt and pain to determine one's cosmological value. Surfer says, it's not a huge deal. Gahul says, Warhammer is a big deal to me, and I have told you this before. The Daimo says, it's not about the posts. Gahul says, personally, because he has threatened me and my family directly, and I believe he's crazy enough to act on it. The Daimo says, it's about you, dumbass. Surfer says, it's about the principle, ethics, and shitposting, so to say. Ghoul, what have I ever done to you, Surfer, to deserve this? Why? The Daimo says, you're being just weirdly selfish for no reason. Surfer says, is there information leaks that puts your family under threat? Shaggy says, he did it for the clout. Gahul. Surfer says, I didn't think there was. Shaggy says, he's become a gym walker. Gahul says, potentially yes. I talked about my family getting doxxed on Kiwi Farm. That could be what he needs to go after them. And yes, Warhammer would do that, threaten to, and I don't take that lightly. Just for, just so you guys, it's not the right address. So don't go trying to swat some random person. It's not the right address for Gahul's parents. Gahul. Also, leaking it in the first place is a serious breach of trust to begin with, and adding Warhammer was going to lead to the chat getting leaked. So by adding him, you leak the chat. It's like letting a bull. Oh, I skipped one. The Daimo said, I talked about someone going after my dad's job, which I didn't want to draw attention to, which is why I posted here. And then Gahul says, also leaking it in the first place is a serious breach of trust to begin with. And adding Warhammer was going to lead to the chat getting leaked. So by adding him, you leak the chat. It's like letting a bull loose in a China shop. Shaggy says, I posted pics of Brian Dunn raping a chicken. Surfer says, I didn't think the council was a China shop. Google says, what else is there to say? I just don't understand why. Did I do something to betray your trust? Shaggy, which will shock everyone when Surfer leaks this chat. It was me, Shaggy. I leaked the chat. Surfer, didn't realize you guys were so delicate. And Gahul's explaining the metaphor of the China shop. It's almost done, guys. Don't worry. It's a metaphor. We were very upset with Deadman when he leaked the chat last year. Why should I not be upset with you for doing the same? The Daimo says this is human etiquette. Most people don't like when their correspondences are displayed to psychos. Surfer, honestly, I think it's retarded to post things in the Discord chat that you don't want to be made public, especially if you put yourself out there publicly. Shaggy, Surfer, ... The Daimo says, well, we were under the mistaken assumption that you were our friend. Shaggy says, you are retarded. Surfer says, I couldn't care less when Deadman posted the leaks. Thank you for correcting that error. Surfer said, I like you guys. The Daiymo says, glad to see that you're falling back on Kiwi logic. Surfer says, but I'm under no illusion that we're IRL friends. The Daiymo says, you shouldn't go out of your way to snake strangers either. Not much of an excuse. Surfer says, it's probably for the better that I've helped break your illusion between parasocial and social. Shaggy says, Surfer, I don't think that logic still applies IRL. What is an IRL friend? I've seen Jabberjaw IRL maybe 3 times this year. The Daiymo says, fuck you. Mormon Shaggy says, like, I think that distinction exists, but it's becoming more ethereal every day. Surfer replies to the Daiymo, saying, obviously not a huge deal to you, by the way. The Daiymo says, you're being condescending. Surfer says, you're condescending all the time. Huge deal. Shaggy says, also, Surfer, the distinction between online and offline friend is not relevant here. Like, what you did is retarded and wrong by the standards of both. The Daiymo says, it's only parasocial if it's not Brian Dunn. Surfer says, it was in the context of my reply to the Daiymo. Shaggy says, Surfer, stop being an obtuse homosexual slur. Surfer says, you guys added Elaine, LimeWire Jess, and randoms like Steely to the chat. Shaggy says, what you did was fucking gay. Surfer says, all of whom potentially would have leaked it. Shaggy says, Warhammer is retarded, paranoid, and liable to do fucked up life ruination shit. Surfer says, I think losing it over me adding Warhammer is a clear double standard. Big brain Surfer. Shaggy says, ... Gahul says that was to the new one, that was to the new one, and to clarify, there's several council chats. It's very autistic. And Surfer says yes. Gahul says with literally no chat history. Gahul says, Shaggy says, Gahul, that one's on you. The old one did have chat history, Gahul says. The Daiymo says, Surfer will never admit he is capable of doing something wrong. Gahul said, also, none of them are psychos like Warhammer. The Daiymo says, he also does this. Gahul says, who legit hate and want to hurt Shaggy and me. Gahul says, no, it was not, to Shaggy saying, blah, blah, blah. Surfer says, I admitted it was wrong to promote Warhammer's FAP review of your wife before it happened. Gahul said you and Axel added them in, not me. Surfer's, Daiymo says, you sort of undid that by talking about how great it was. Surfer said the Shaggy sister one was great. Morbid Shaggy says, you added the muscle. Like, that should have been at least an introductory gaming session. I don't know, some diplomatic shit. The Daiymo says, I rest my case. Surfer says, the one with your wife wasn't that good. Google said, nothing Warhammer has made has ever been good. It's all just schizo ramblings. Shaggy says, but like what Surfer did was 10 times worse. Google says 10 times 0 is still 0, and that's a false point. Surfer says, one might say it was evil. Google says, ... Mormon Shaggy says, dumbass. Daiymo says, I think we should kick him out. He can't handle this mild responsibility. Google says, this is just him kicking himself out, Daiymo. Pretty obvious that's the play here. Don't give him the pleasure. Surfer says, go nuts. Mormon Shaggy said, this is then like all of his plans. It backfires. Surfer says, I honestly don't care. Shaggy says, Axel doesn't give a fuck either. Surfer says, I think you guys are making a huge deal over nothing. Gahul says, you care so little, you've posted and defended yourself about it for hours now. I think it's been about 30 minutes or so. Maybe. It's still a cringe amount of time. But, as the objective moderator. Where's Axel in all of this? Probably playing a baby video game or asleep. And Gahul says, fuck off with your faux nihilist BS. And the Daiymo says, go back to the writer's room. They don't care about anything. there. And Surfer says, "You're right, Gahul. It's a huge deal." And I post a bunch of gifs of spiders because Surfer's terrified of spiders and insects and the like. And he pretends like he's not as scared of it. But then he never posts again, except the video of the schizophrenic man with the voice changer. So that's my interaction with Surfer. This is what causes him to seek out the autistic man with a voice changer and put out a hit on me. And I think the biggest flaw with that video is that this man is running to Surfer because running to Surfer is like running to Persipacity when you want to talk shit about Godwinson. He'll put it up. But, he doesn't. He 100% believes in Godwinson and gets offended if you insult Brian Dunn. 100%. How many times Surfer has been like, "You're being too mean to Godwinson. You're being too mean to Brian. Brian's a good guy." So many times. So there's like a great irony in posting like an anti-Godwinson video on Surfer's channel. Because Godwinson is Surfer's daddy. PPP's gone. So now Godwinson is the new PPP in Surfer's life. And my favorite part of those leaks is when Surfer was explaining to us the difference between a social and a parasocial relationship. Now, I want to ask my children, does Surfer have like any friends that we know of other than Robbie, who is like semi-conscious? He's semi-conscious. Robbie's more like a body pillow that he props up next to him. Nothing against Robbie. He's just like a drug addict. All Surfer talks about is interacting with his family. Surfer wants to say that we have a parasocial bond, even though we've actually met pretty much everyone but Surfer. That's, we've met in person, we've done things, we've gone places. We went to the zoo, chat. But Surfer wants to lecture us about friendship. And I don't even think the Surfer has a single friend. To be honest with you, does Surfer have a single friend that's not like on Discord? That's not in the comments like filleting him? Surfer has like 10 people that, worship the ground he walks on is like the savior of the white race. But that is Robbie. But Robbie's not conscious. Is Robbie just friends with, with whoever provides the weed? It's an important question to ask. There's nothing wrong, I guess, with not having friends, but if you're going to lecture people about friendship, you probably should have a friend. Ham says, "I don't believe there's a single person on earth who worships Surfer." Well, there's some in the chat. There's some in the chat right now, Ham. Couldn't you say the same thing about Shaggy and Speed Buggy? I don't even know who Speed Buggy is. He has a Jabberjaw, presumably. Chauncey Fatsack says you should have invited Surfer to Axelfest. We did invite Surfer to Axelfest, but Surfer did not come to Axelfest because he was afraid of vaccine mandates that didn't apply to him, which is probably just an excuse. Who's to say? He was afraid of the vaccine mandates from 2020, so he was unable to attend. So Surfer was alone. And everyone's invited to Axelfest. There was sort of a general invitation, yes. You know, I think it's okay to have online friends. I'm not gonna bust people. I'm not gonna be Mr. Medicare and be like, you're only allowed to have friends in the way that I say it's okay. Do whatever the fuck you want. People in the chat, if you guys want to have homosexual relations with each other, who am I? Who am I to judge you? If you want to be best friends, if Chauncey and fuck you Google want to like fist each other, like whatever, man. That's the sector for you. Ham, am I your online? Ham is my online friend, and Ham is like my sergeant at arms. If I gave the order, Ham would do some fucked up shit. Ham is more than a friend. Ham is, I don't want to use the church. Capos doesn't cut it. He's like a light. Ham is. I wish there was a word for it. Ham's like part of a terror cell. Okay, the stream immediately goes down. Okay, Google. Let me get you a link. We're on StreamYard, Gahul. So you can shut the fuck up, Gahul. God, hate you, Gahul. Go close all these goddamn tabs I have open. How embarrassing. Gahul wants to talk about. You better talk about like Surfer. It hasn't even been an hour yet. This stream sucks ass. That's the word samurai. Ham's like my samurai. How embarrassing. How have you guys been doing, chat? Can I ask you guys a personal question? Like, any of you guys like look at the leaks? Like, what's in it? What's in the leaks? Let's see. Sorry, Gahul, I gotta do a whole thing. I'm doing a whole thing right now. Who cares? I'm just curious. Where are they posted? Gahul flagged the casino. Nobody cares. No, this is the biggest thing that's ever happened. This has never happened before. I have to know. What if I posted something funny in there? Then I could reuse that joke. I hate that StreamYard makes you have to go to your email and put in a code every time you log in. That's kind of fucking irritating shit. I think Surfer has lost his mind from working too much and not eating. Can we, like, as a people, stand up and say that delivering food for obese single moms is not a hard job? That it would probably be nice to drive around. Does it? I've done DoorDash before. It's not a hard job, and it's probably like a net neutral with money with gas. Like it's not a hard job. Why is he bitching all the time and bragging about working? He's basically mundane Matt without a family or a house. He's less than mundane Matt. I don't know what kind of car he drives, but unless he drives like a tiny ass Prius or something, he's losing money on gas. He's making probably less than minimum wage. Surfer should probably go into a skilled job. That's my advice. You should probably go into a job that requires a little bit of skill. That's probably would it'd work out better for him. I added. Oh God. This is a shit show. I miss having a laptop. That was cool. I'm here. I'm here talking about everyone like shit talking Surfer's job, and I like haven't even replaced my laptop yet. I invited Gahul. I guess I just have the most skilled job of all, that being a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist at the New York Times. So that, that makes me feel a little bit entitled. That I'm a little bit better than some people because, my voice matters. So people are asking about the ringing. So I'll show you what the ringing is. I'll show you. I'm going to show them before I add you on, Gahul. You have to wait 4 more seconds. Are you wondering? Are you wondering about that ringing? What sort of machine makes that noise? It's not a machine. I hatched quail. Isn't that cute? They're about 4 days old. And so they just sort of scream. They are Japanese Coturnix quail. You were correct. It's so tiny. I'm going to go put it back. And I'm going to add Gahul. I was going to show you guys at some point. I have about 8 adult quail already that are super fun. And they're gonna start laying eggs in a couple weeks. And then I have this little guy, about 5 of these little chicks. These are for eggs. I have no intention of eating them for the moment. Maybe, if you guys are good, I'll show you the baby rabbits and the big quail. You're on the air.
I'm on the air?
What happened to your hair?
I'm on the air
hair.
with no hair to talk about Eckupman's favorite, long pussy hair! Woo! Long pussy hair! Long pussy hair! Long pussy hair! What? LPH gang, bro.
Do you have anything to say about Surfer? His lies?
Is that what the stream is about?
Yeah, I was. Did you? Do you even know about the video? There's, that voice changer guy on Surfer's channel.
Yeah, well, he's kind of into.
He accused
Surfer
me
just lets him. I think he just shares the password channel with Surfer, but I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. What did he say about you? I didn't watch the video.
He accused me of being a journalist, and he
You're not a journalist. He would make more money if you were a journalist, you fucking bum.
and he called my wife a whore. I don't know. I don't know what, but I am a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist.
I don't think your wife's a whore. I guess I don't know for sure. I haven't known your wife for that long, so you can ask her. Maybe you would know more than I would.
He hasn't known her for that long. He's not a virgin anymore. But that was the easiest $75 I've ever made.
What?
All right. Tough crowd.
I just want to say that if Ham is your samurai, would he not be a hammerai?
So why shouldn't I remove you from the stream?
Look, okay, you already talked about everything I said to Surfer. I don't know. I feel like it was shitty. I don't get it. But, it's fine. Shit happens. You gotta move on. No use staying upset about stuff.
Yeah, I just, since I was more disappointed in the video, so I thought I'd do an impromptu sort of streameroo.
Yeah. I guess I just really didn't think that Surfer...
Any more streams this week. No more streams.
Historically with Surfer, this feels more like a move by, that PvP or Brian Dunn would have made, or any of those Writers Room guys. This feels like if it was just Perspic or anyone else like that, I would have been like, oh, okay, this makes sense. But Surfer really hadn't snaked too many people. He hasn't done that. He's been pretty he just does his thing. I mean, he barely posts in the chat. I thought he was really busy with work, but I don't know if he is working anymore.
You think he got fired from Uber Eats?
Is he working at Uber Eats now? You taking the Jarbo pill? I thought
that's what he did. He delivered DoorDash stuff. That was his job.
I don't know what his actual job was. We shouldn't talk about his job either, even if we did know. I don't think that's cool. Do unto others. You can have them do unto you.
While he does it, it's not like it's a secret. I wouldn't if it was a secret. But he streamed while he's been delivering stuff. That's why I mentioned it.
Okay. Well,
I wouldn't upload a video calling Surfer's wife a whore, for example. That's not something I would do.
Surfer's wife doesn't have a wife.
He does. They've been separated for
Your analogy makes no sense, Daiymo, because actually Surfer does not have a wife. So Sorry, you lose 3
He
debate
does have a
points
wife.
in this logic
They've been
argument.
separated for some time now, and she gained a bunch of weight, and she lives with a Hispanic gentleman now.
Oh. He moved in with Anal Babe?
Yes, and Troy Fox.
What do you think of my new haircut?
My understanding is you were using Rogaine to grow your hair, and then you
Yeah, and
cut
I
your hair.
It's super short now. Well, there's a bald spot here, so I'm using to get the bald spot back.
That's some big brain logic right there.
What do you think?
You Rogaine to grow hair, and then cut all your hair off.
I didn't cut all my hair off. I just chipped length, but I'm trying to remove the thinness and the patches. That's what Rogaine does. It doesn't make like your hair like magically grow like.
I agree with most people in the chat saying, just go bald, grow a goatee.
I did grow a goatee and it looked bad. I've gotten completely clean shaven, and I like having hair up here. It's nice. It's nice to touch. I don't like the way just the bald feels on my like when I touch it.
I like ZXV is doing like some fucking great ass puns about my wife, and I just I can't publicly say that I like it, but
what's he saying about your wife?
They're pretty clever.
What's he saying in the chat?
I can't read publicly. Here, look. I like it. They're pretty funny. Anyway, we gotta shave your head, Gahul.
Hey, what do you think?
Are
you okay? Are you actually team long pussy hair, or are you fake team long pussy hair?
Me?
Yeah.
I think I'm sort of indifferent. I don't look down there.
That's interesting. I guess, if you want to be a fence sitter on the long pussy hair debate question, that's okay. That's your right.
I'm radical centrist.
You're the radical centrist?
Someone's saying no pussy hair. We got a couple creepy people in the chat.
Now, Daiymo, Free Guppy, another question for you, okay? If you don't like the long pussy hair, if it doesn't matter to you, right? If you're saying like nothing matters, right?
I'm a pussy hair nihilist, yes.
You're a nihilist? You think you're a nihilist?
I'm a pussy hair nihilist.
You've descended into nihilism?
I'm a pussy hair nihilist. Nothing matters. There's no pussy hair.
Well, the thing is, the whole parasocial relationship thing was a weird comment to make, considering the fact that it's not parasocial is like when it's just a misuse of the word. Parasocial is like when you watch a YouTuber and you think you're talking with them and you're getting along with them, but really they never talk to you ever. Yeah. Right? That's kind of like me and Riz have a parasocial relationship. That's what I would describe it as. Right?
Yeah, when we stream, we talk to every member of the chat, so it's like a real friendship.
Yeah, we're different. But it's you and I don't have a parasocial relationship, and I don't think me and Surfer have one either. Because I don't if he stopped talking to me, I wouldn't think, oh, he's still my friend. If he stopped talking to me, I'd be like, okay, he's not my friend anymore. But he does talk to me. We talk back and forth. We talked on calls and DM'd each other before. So it's just weird, right? That's not parasocial. There is social interaction happening. It's not one-sided.
He's infected with the writer's room sort of post-gym ideology. We're not allowed to have internet friends. You're just supposed to talk for 9 hours.
What's the whole point of being on the fucking internet if you can't make friends? What's the point? What's the point if you can't make friends? Then that means you can only make enemies, right? Because people are either your friends or your enemies, or neutral, right? But if you have social interaction with them, then they're not.
I didn't know Gahul was badass. They're either my friend or my enemy I have to kill. They're either my friend or my victim.
Well, there's levels of enemy, but yes, essentially. Unironically, yeah, actually, they're either people you would enjoy and you wouldn't kill, or people you would kill, right? Like there are many people on Twitter.com who I would kill, or to YouTube. Like I would kill Ham, for instance, but most people I wouldn't, and I'm friendly with them, you know. Unironically, that is true. I'm gonna go with it.
That's it. It's like you should be like a pickup artist. That's like a pickup artist. That's good. That's our next frontier.
Imagine you go to a pickup artist class, right? You go to like this, like you like sign for like $70, go to a pickup artist class, and the guy just comes out and he's got like a big hat on. And he's like, "All right, guys, it's time to learn how to pick up." And he throws a bunch of sticks everywhere. And you have to pick up all the sticks. Whoever picks up the most sticks gets the prize. He just tosses them everywhere.
I see CXV in the chat being not funny. Now he's being funny.
What did he say? I can't read it.
It's okay.
Oh, I guess what I saw I saw Top Secret the other night on your recommendation because you told me to watch it.
And
It was good, but I didn't really laugh as much as I thought I would. I didn't find it as funny as I thought I would. I was just in a bad mood, but when I watched it, I was like, "Oh, it's okay."
yeah, whatever. Fuck you. Anyway.
I'm being honest. You want me to lie? Tell you it was the greatest thing ever and lie to you?
Thank you. Yes. I only lie because I'm a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist.
Why does he think you're a journalist?
I think Brian Dunn called me a journalist once, and we all know Brian Dunn only tells the truth.
It's not that Brian Dunn doesn't tell the truth; it's that he's very habitually wrong about stuff, and he only knows how to like he's very consistently wrong about everything, right? Where like he'll like
Brian Dunn, like English is his first language, so even if he is right about something, he doesn't know how to communicate it, and he doesn't have
Brian Dunn's first language
to write it out.
Brian Dunn's first language is sucking dick. That's what he did right away.
He's probably like legitimately like schizotypical. He just sort of draws conclusions based on nothing.
Well, okay, because like it's one thing to like be wrong about something, but to be so argumentative and like defensive about something that is clearly wrong and like you've been told multiple times that is not true. It's factually incorrect. It's just stupid.
If he was smart enough to be a troll, he would be the greatest troll of all time.
I wish I was the greatest troll of all time. But I'm just the fattest ogre in the world.
Not like physically. You're physically the greatest troll of all time. I'm talking about like, leading people along.
You just said that. You just said that. Hey,
people are upset that you flagged the Kino Casino. Do you have any statements you'd like to make about this?
I told everyone I did this right when the channel first got taken down.
One guy is crying. Just one guy.
I admitted this, and I said I did it right away. I feel bad. I feel guilty about it. I did it when I was drunk one night. I reported every video they made about me, and I felt really bad because you can't like undo the reports. I couldn't like undo them, and the channel got taken down. So when that happened, I was like, "Hey, yeah, this was me." No one believed me. Everyone just thought I was being silly man, but I wasn't lying. I was telling the truth.
I knew you were telling.
They deserved it. Fuck them. Also, fuck them. I don't feel ill will now. At the moment, I felt bad because I felt bad for Daka Daka, but they were fucking. They deserved that shit. Fuck them.
Well, didn't a bunch of people report? Like, how do you know it was your report that brought him down?
I don't. I just assume. I mean,
Are you just taking credit like ISIS?
Kind of, yeah.
What
I mean, it said that it said YouTube reviewed my report and the video, the action taken was the video deleted or whatever, So, but I don't know if that was because of me or because of other people reporting them. But I just assumed,
What are you gonna do when PPP sits on your channel now?
What's he gonna do to my channel?
He's gonna report it for, I don't know, something.
I'll probably broken a bunch of rules. It's fine. Let's make another channel. It's like having to redo all my goddamn YouTube subscriptions. But that's about the only thing that'll change.
It'd be Gahul 3.
I was already Gahul 2. That was my first channel, Gahul 2. Now it's Gahul. Now it's probably Gahul 3. Yeah.
But the big baby, you have the big baby stuff backed up anywhere?
It's all backed up in my Odyssey.
Nice.
Yeah, everything got re-uploaded to Odyssey. Even if it's Odyssey shit, but it auto re-uploads to YouTube, so it's like.
So you're saying that you encourage people to flag down your channel?
Please don't. I don't want to have to redo all my subscriptions. Please don't do that.
You heard it here first, folks.
But yeah, no, I said I did it right when it happened. I don't know. It's not some big gotcha.
Someone's asking how many children are trafficked through the Council of Evil Discord.
How many children have I trafficked?
No, not you specifically. This is the Council of Evil as a group.
I would assume zero. I think the only person who would want to would be like Shaggy or Axel, but they're too fucking retardedly incompetent to accomplish anything.
I don't think Shaggy wants to traffic children. I think he would accidentally be trafficked as a child.
I think Shaggy has directly resulted in multiple children being trafficked by going to his prostitution house multiple times.
Well, that's like there's a conversation for a different day.
That's an actual real thing he actually did in real life. Not like a fake internet thing. That was a real actual crime.
The only thing that matters is things that you say in a private Discord group. It doesn't matter if you're like Mr. Deadman and you sent children like back to abusive homes. That's cool. That's based.
I think there's things that matter.
There are things that matter.
I had food.
I ate a whole big pizza and it was hard to stream.
Were we gonna fart after you ate so much?
I felt like I was gonna like shit out of my mouth.
I was at Daiymo's house the other day, and I gotta say, you should. You're like the Hispanic Muhammad Ali with your farts. You can call yourself Gaseous Clay because your farts they float like a butterfly and they sting like a bee.
Shout out to Gahul for fixing my PS4 setup. He just came into the room. It was so disgusted. He started changing my
laid on its side, tilted into the fucking wall. It's like that disk drive is gonna like immediately destroy any game that gets put in it.
He was so disgusted.
It was like, what the fuck? He's got his TV on a piece of plywood on top of this like old dresser, right? Because his TV's too big for the dresser. That's the only thing he has for a TV stand. It's so ghetto. It's so ghetto, bros. Daiymo, don't tilt your camera down so they can see the horrible mess at your desk. But don't tilt the camera down.
It's my streaming area.
Yeah, your streaming den is like. I thought my desk area was filthy, dude. It's like you're like the e-girl bedroom.
He cleans his little house. He
doesn't
leave his cube. The reason he's asking everyone if they're trapped in a cube is because he himself is trapped in a cube.
I'm not trapped in a cube. You know who is trapped in a cube right now, though? Weasel. Weasel responded in the most Dutch way possible. Were you there when I did the Weasel?
I was there.
That was so awesome.
He's
like, no, it's made of cardboard. What do you mean it's not made of cardboard? I pull out my katana. What do you mean?
Saying I have an e-girl bedroom? I don't. What I have is an e-girl corner of a room. I have like a shameful cuck corner of a room. And it's just piled up with shit.
Daiymo has a whole ass e-girl house. The whole house is like it.
Look, you gotta understand Gahul's standards though. His house is pristine. Like you would never know that a bunch of heterosexual men live there. Because like
it's not true. Look at this. You call this pristine?
Look at that. Look how it's like He lives like in a hotel, basically.
Look at this mess. It's a mess. There's box everywhere.
I live in a man's house.
But it's not even. You share it with your wife. Look at all this crap I've got laying around here. Got Lego boxes and dirty plates. Terrible.
And you know, I rearranged. This is how fucked up Rahul's brain is. I rearranged one of his amiibos, and he immediately found which one it was.
That's because it's the Smash Brothers series of amiibos that are in character release order. So I know what order the characters came into Smash Brothers. So I know everything about goddamn Smash Brothers. Okay. Pichu is in Melee. I think you move someone from Brawl into Melee, and it's like, okay, yeah, I know that one. It's obvious.
So yeah, he goes into everyone else's house like, this is filthy. Granted, my stream corner is fucked. There's like shit in here. Like
the entire state of Georgia is just fucked, bro.
Hey, why are you always doxing me? There's just weird shit over here.
Oh no, it's Adam.
Little shrimp.
Adam talking to the Daiymo on the video call.
Okay. There's a
hey Adam, goodbye.
Fish tank thing.
Adam's watching Fish Tank.
One of these goddamn cats.
Watching Fish Tank.
It was like a gallon, and it had shrimp and a bunch of cool stuff. And a cat.
No, he has a fish tank that he's watching.
The cat goddamn drank it. Drank it.
What he's saying.
He's talking about something else.
Cat goddamn drink it. Do you want to see the baby rabbits?
Okay, have fun at Chick-fil-A, Adam.
You guys want to? Can you bring me a spicy chicken sandwich, Adam?
Adam, he wants a spicy chicken sandwich, please.
I didn't eat the spicy chicken.
Can you get me a regular chicken sandwich, please? I will pay you back.
All right, we're gonna go look at the rabbits. You want to come see the rabbits?
This guy. Hammer.
Oh. I'm gonna go outside shirtless, flexing on the haters.
I'll also go
cat
outside.
ran into me.
Notice how dark out it is in Daiymo's world because there's no fucking streetlights.
Connect. You back?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I have a little hook here. You can see the quail. They're skittish, but here they are. Little buddies. Happy quail. We had this whole other setup for the quail, but we had foxes break in and eat them. And so we have this new thing with locks on it and cinder blocks so it can't dig out. But now they can be on the ground and
I'm going to throw up on stream.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Here's Bunson.
Bunson!
Little Bunsen. Here's the new boy, Sonny. Sonny's a good rabbit. The other rabbit, unfortunately, had to be eaten. We had another male rabbit, but he was attacking Bunsen. He was breaking through the barrier and attacking Bunsen. We're building them a new hutch to accommodate Sonny's large size so they can both have some more room. But Sonny's doing good.
That's
Sonny's a
how the
nice rabbit.
rabbits have sex.
We have this little rabbit, named Jelly Bean. She's a pretty little guy. She's a mix between Bunsen and the lion head we have. We're not going to eat her, but I'm not quite sure where she's going to end up. And this is one of Bunsen's children from the other litter that didn't get eaten. Just hanging out. Here's the lion head, Madeline. This cage is probably going to be retired. It's not a very good design. She's pregnant and going to have kits soon, but we're going to switch out the cage, and it's already being built. Someone's saying that Jelly Bean is a 5-year-old name. Well, you're about to see the baby rabbits, and when they're born, they look like a jelly bean. Here's Lady Bunsen's wife, but unfortunately, Bunsen is a cuck. Bunsen got cucked, and Sonny mated with her. And now there's these little guys, little babies. They haven't opened their eyes yet, but they will in the next couple weeks. Probably next week. And they're mixed with Sonny and this lady here. They look like a little jelly bean.
Aww. Is that one gonna live?
In what way?
The other babies I saw died.
Yeah, some of them didn't make it for Madeline, but these are doing well. They've already been alive for a couple days, 3 or 4 days. So they're good. This one has little spots on it. It's pretty cute. And we got some darker ones that look like mommy. People are saying that they're tiny, but these are actually huge compared to how they normally are with Bunsen. Oh, you okay, buddy? There you go. Go back with your little friends. And rabbits are interesting when they give birth. They make a nest out of their own hair.
Well, that's actually
Pretty
is really
neat.
interesting.
So she'll pull her hair and make a nest and then go lay down. I actually got to see her give birth this time, which is pretty interesting. But yep, they should be opening their eyes within a few days, maybe a week, in the relative future. You guys want to see the guppies?
Guppies.
Hold on a second. There we go. Ghoul's uncomfortable because I eat rabbits and it makes him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's why he's uncomfortable. Oh, and in this area over here, we cleaned out, and we're gonna put the rabbits in, and hopefully they'll have an area where they can get out and do rabbit things. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Are there any bonsai? There sure are. Why not? I don't know if how well you guys can see, but here's my little juniper. Here's a rose. Here's a Chinese elm I got from a parking lot. It was like super tiny. Put it in a pot. I'm growing it out to do bonsai stuff with eventually. Here's a winged elm I collected in the summer. So it is actually alive, even though it looks like shit. And here's my American beech, which I like a lot. But they're all in works of progress. There's not any I'm really happy with yet. But you know, it's all here's a ginkgo. It's all practice. It's never really done. Little ginkgo tree. There's some honeysuckle. I went away for a little bit, and I got people to feed the animal, but nobody wants to water my plants, and so the honeysuckle took a hit. I put them in water, little jugs of little buckets of water, and everybody did fine except the honeysuckle. It didn't do too well. All right, let's go look at fishies. Surfers in chat.
Okay. We're already past that point.
Yeah. Let's go look at the guppies. The way you change cameras on this is so annoying. This is my old guppy tank. Got lots of cool stuff. My plants are growing out. I do have algae, but I leave it because the shrimp and the fry like it. I usually clean it from the front. But here are the happy little guppies. We see through the duckweed. A little bit. We got some cool colors. Like this one's kind of a neat sort of Superman colored.
Is that a Cape Shit fan guppy?
It's a Cape Shit fan, yes. We're getting some kind of cool hybrids. I like my my mutt guppies. I like to every couple of months get a few more for genetic diversity from a different shop, so we can get some different colors. This one's really neat. Little focus. I got lots of little cherry shrimp. Just one largemouth bass, and all the guppies are dead. Well, yeah, that'd probably do it. Or industrious turtle. Love a good fucking guppy, though. Look at him go, so happy. I just love seeing the guppies. They make me so happy. They're always doing weird shit. Lots of little fry in there.
I like guppies.
Guppies are my favorite fish. Oh, shot that lid off. You know, been using the Royal Guppy Ultra Fresh food with prawn in it, and they love it. They go nuts. I'm just gonna sit here and autistically watch my guppies.
Sounds cool.
People want to see the cats.
Yeah, where are your cats?
They get me hooked to Wi-Fi. It'll probably look better. Here we go. Look at that guppy. No dogs. I don't have any dogs.
Why not?
I don't really. I want to get a dog at some point. I don't really think there's enough property for the dogs to be happy here.
Mm.
There's. Oh, come on, kitty. You have to perform. You have to perform, kitty. Oh. Here's a kitty. I'm pretty allergic to cats, much like Gahul. Except I'm not a bitch about it. So he doesn't want to be here. He's tired of you. You disgust him. He's
Is it the
tired.
one-legged cat? Is it the
This
cat
three-legged cat. He doesn't have one leg. Here's one of my orchids that I grow. Oh, this is the wrong one. It's hard to do things with one eye. You would never know. This is my plant room where I grow plants.
Where's show them the floor by your desk.
No, they don't need to see that. But here's
They
an
need to see
orchid I grew.
They didn't need to see it.
Look at it. It's pretty cool.
cool.
Check
Yeah.
that shit out.
You know who else grows orchids, Daimo?
Who?
Old women.
Yeah, because it's fucking cool.
Why are all your hobbies like old women hobbies?
Why are all your hobbies like 5-year-old boy hobbies?
5-year-old boys couldn't do my hobbies. They don't have enough money.
They don't have it. They could if if their daddy was a lawyer.
No.
Their daddy was a lawyer.
Why are all your hobbies old woman hobbies?
A cat says, I appreciate that the Daimo is a well-rounded human being with interesting hobbies.
Yeah, but it's not well rounded if you're only doing old woman hobbies.
Look, the chat has spoken. You can argue with me. You can argue with chat. At the end of the day, you're the
I'm just
one
arguing with
painting
you.
tiny black men.
I'm just arguing with you, not with the chat.
You're going against chat.
No.
Knitting stream win? Gahul's only hobby is consuming. Whoa.
That's not true. I also create.
What do you create, Gahul, other than...
I lost the Daimo.
Sorry.
What do I create?
Yeah.
I create videos for the internet. I paint. That's good creation stuff. I create image edits for the internet for my website.
You create deepfake pornography? Is that what you said?
No, I don't have to do that. People just do that for free. I don't have to do that.
You create deepfake pornography of all your friends? Is that what you said?
Why do you think Riz was so obsessed with Elaine?
And that's our time.
Oh.
That's a question that can't be answered. Go. I gotta go, chat.
You have to go?
Yeah. I gotta
Where are
go.
you going? Where are you going?
Away. Away. I'm going
Why?
away.
Why do you need to go away? Don't go away.
What time is it? It's like 9 o'clock. I'm going away.
Is it 5:40 to take care of my kids like James Rowe?
I gotta go put the kids away.
It's 5:40. Time to go, guys.
Look, all I want to say is that there will not be another stream this week. Do not look for another stream, okay, guys?
I thought we were going to
Whatever
stream
you
again later
do,
this week.
there will absolutely not be a stream on Thursday. Do not look for a stream on Thursday, okay? Do not.
Okay, so we're not streaming. Okay, I'll do something else on Thursday then.
No, not you. I'm talking to the chat.
Oh,
There's not going to be a cute little thing that we're doing, okay?
a cube little thing?
Oh my god. All right, we're just ending the stream. So whatever you do, don't. You know, Ekavit, do not have alcohol prepared, and do not read the description of the video of the stream that will not be there. Okay? Everyone do not have drinks prepared, and do not be willing to play along. Do you understand?
Okay, I won't have any drinks prepared.
No one have any drinks prepared. Good night.
Hey, good night.
This is not happening.